You know that on this show, we like to talk about and draw attention to these inequities that contribute to the wealth and homeownership gaps within the minority community. I'd like to talk just a little bit about the tax appeal process, and maybe it's just an assumption that I'm making, but it appears that too few Black and Latino homeowners either understand that this opportunity is there,
Right.
or they're simply not taking advantage of the opportunity. Maybe you can help provide some color for, if that is true, why that might be true, and what might be behind the structure that allows this to happen.
Absolutely. And it goes back to what we spoke about earlier in regards to education. Many lower income families are not aware of the state tax codes or the tax laws that they are allowed to or have access to.
Mm-hmm.
The statutory deadline to file an appeal in Texas is May 15th. Many people don't know that.
Mm-mm.
Many people believe that the ad valorem property tax is similar to a income tax where you can't appeal it. This is what you owe, this is what you're going to pay, and that's it. And that's very much not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You can appeal your value on a local level. You can take it further, appeal through arbitration, mediation, and further through litigation.
I didn't realize that. Now, I knew that you could do the initial part, but I didn't know there was these layers where you can actually push that up a layer and continue to fight.
Right, and you can actually fight it all the way up to the Texas Supreme Court.
Wow.
And so at each level of appeal, after that level has been concluded, you can actually appeal whatever the result is. Now, something that I personally and professionally believe that discourages people from appealing their value is the success of getting a reduction on a local level, and the time and money and the resources that go into it to end up with no result or not a favorable result. There's a study done in Bexar County in 2019 that showed of all the appeals that were filed, we were talking hundreds of thousands, only 6% of all appeals received a reduction in value.
Oh,
6%.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So 94% of the appeals, there was no change in their value.
Wow.
A further study shows that of those accounts that went to arbitration, 15% received a reduction. So there's still a large gap between the reduction on a local level through an arbitration level, but then there's even a larger gap between those that had no change in appeal at all in 2019. One thing that is at a disadvantage for lower income families compared to more affluent families is arbitration standardly costs about $500 to file arbitration. Now, if you are a single parent in a low income neighborhood,
You're not doing it.
you're not doing it.
You're not doing it.
Am I going to get groceries this week? Or am I going to fight this value that may put my family out on the street at the end of the day, but may result in no change?
Yeah, and when you know, you were kind of giving me some heads up about how some of that works, and then you think about some of the things that are driving the prices of homes up, and just what's happening in the marketplace and what has happened over the last couple of years with home prices going crazy everywhere. You know that some of these home prices are overvalued. You know that some of these appraisals that are coming in for these properties, even with the tax assessors, is wrong. And still, this information about the past, these statistics, that if they are made aware of, hey, you know, it's only this percent, these people are walking away from that fight when they probably could win some of these things in these conditions over the past, if they could just step up and actually knew how to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Education and knowing is the first part. The second part is having the resources available to you. I know I read a study that 56% of lower income neighborhoods in San Antonio were overvalued.
Oh my gosh.
56%. They did a study. University out of Chicago did a study in 2021, specifically in San Antonio, to see the inequality of property values.
Wow.
And 56% were overassessed.
Yep.
Now, think for a minute, the median house sale in 2022 was $390,000 in Texas. $390,000 is a median value house sale.
I'm
the
shocked
median
to hear that.
income is $64,000 for a family.
For the family.
For the family. So who can afford a $390,000 home?
Yeah.
So what you're looking at is investors buying homes and renting them out, investors buying homes, refurbishing and selling to the highest bidder, as well as what we spoke about, some of the transplants that come over,
Yes.
buy homes that are a fraction of the cost of, say, California, New York, Florida, and driving prices through the roof.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. More videos are on the way.